Hello everybody, hope you're all well. Just heading out to the riverbank camp to meet John. It's really wet. Well, it's not really wet, but it's pretty grey and it's definitely raining. So I'm going to get a shift on and get the gimbal set up, and we'll get a good walk out to camp. It's so wet and windy. I've had to wait till I'm down in this hollow just to record anything because it's quite blowy. And I don't want to deafen everybody with the wind noise. Just approaching the first floodplain camp. Yeah, you can probably hear the wind starting to pick up. Just stood here for 5 minutes and put the phone on the gimbal, and there's been a change in the weather just since then. It's really grey, cloudy sky. Some light rain, but anyway, off we go into the woods. Up this really muddy path. Oh, you really have to duck under that branch. So yeah, I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's having a good week. Wow, it's slippery. I reckon those are Tyson footprints, those. Tracking John and Tyson. Whoa, don't fall down the hill. Got quite a lot of weight on my back today. And not being able to use your hands for filming is a little bit worrying, to say the least. It's a nice gorse. Always a little bit of it in flower somewhere around. So a really muddy piece here. It barely ever dries out. Even in the height of summer, it's still quite soft, just from how much foot traffic it gets. Nice little shot of the river down in the bottom there. Hope you're not getting too much wind noise. I'm trying to select the best bits when I think the wind won't be blowing too heavy through the trees. Well, that really did not take long. I'll cut off now so that you don't get deafened by the wind. I thought there was a little calm there, but it's proving me wrong. Just got to camp. See John just over there. Hi John! And it's still really wet. Hi Tyson! Hi Tyson! Well, that was a real fight. It's dark now, as you can probably tell, and this whole time has just been spent fighting with tarps and getting set up. Just sitting in my hammock, my Gore-Tex off because I'm soaking. Aye. Put both of the tarps up together so we can get as much coverage as we can. Aye. Windy times. Oh, coffee. I'm in need of this, like, it's a rough night out there. Aye, so we've got a storm warning coming over for a storm Freya. 80 to 90 mile an hour winds and lots of rain, and yeah, so that's coming over the next couple of days. But we have chocolate muffins, so John's making things collapse in the background.
The dog's just wiped out in the hammock. Don't get that sort of heat off central heating, like, do you?
No, you really don't. Got to come outside for that kind of temperature. That wall's doing a great job of keeping the fire calm though.
It's actually surprising, but it's quite thick, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, in that part.
We've been fighting with fire smoke all night. Oh, it's been a bit of a battle between have a big fire to keep warm and be blind and unable to breathe, or let it smoulder down to embers, which does keep you warm still. It's much easier on the eyes. John's just cooking the grill off. Some chicken burgers, was it, John?
Yeah, southern fried chicken burgers.
Nice.
Bit of ash on it, like.
Not do you any harm. The tomato sauce will surely right it. Thank you. Make sure I actually do that by looking, not through the camera screen. Cheers.
It's so hot.
So we've had some rocks down in the fire for quite a while now and just heating up, and I've just put a couple of them in my hammock. That is nice and warm. Not too hot, because obviously don't want it to melt through my setup, but saves my body heat having to warm my setup up when I get in. Should make quite the difference. Alright everybody, it is a cold morning. Oh, had a really good sleep though. Enjoying my old hammock and underquilt setup. Yeah. Been up for, I don't know, maybe half an hour. Just lying in the hammock, keeping warm. I'm gonna get up now and help John get this fire going and get coffee. Get coffee on the go. Some severe wind through the night last night. Serious. I kept thinking this tarp shelter was going to take off, but thankfully we've got some really good long ground stakes in, some good tent pegs. Really long, hefty aluminium ones. Oh. Feeling a little more human now. I have gone through coffee in like a minute. Fire's warming me nicely as well. Nowhere near as windy or as wet today. Well, yet anyway. We've still got the actual bulk of Storm Freya to come over. Last night wasn't even part of it, it was just windy. So tonight is going to be the real night. Extra strong winds and lots of rain. Ah, it is nice, John. The sun's actually got some warmth to it. Well, the weather's turning again. Getting a few more clouds coming over. The wind's still nowhere near as bad. I just had to dry my gimbal out by the fire because it was doing some strange things. I think it got a bit wet in the rain walking here yesterday, and it was doing weird wobbly things and jittering around. So quick we dry out by the fire seems to have made all the difference. Sorry about the wind, there's really not much I can do about it. The microphone on my phone is very close to the flash and the camera, so there's not a lot I can use to cover it up without messing with my shot. Black pudding on the grill. It's a good sight. John crafting a bacon and black pudding roll. Looks very nice. Breakfast time cream cake. John and I have just been doing some adjustments to the shelter. Brought the hammocks closer in together so we can get the tarps down a lot more. So we're expecting that rain later on. I'll show you from the outside. Oh, I just banged my knee. Oh, that hurt. We've got my tarp on this side. John's tarp up this side.
Overlap.
It's like one massive big tent. It's really good. And then on this side I've just put up John's spare tarp up against these two trees, because that's where a lot of the wind was coming in, and where the smoke was being blown into our faces from. So I just put that tarp up there vertical, and a lot of the smoke's just going straight up now, or coming out of this side, so it's made a big difference. This is my view of the fire now from the bench, and you can see that tarp that I've put up. Let me give that a bit of a straighten out in a minute. And yeah, it's made a lot of difference. The smoke's all just going out the side. Well, that's the beginning of the rain now. Starting to pour down on the tarps. It's got a lot greyer and a bit colder. Nice and warm in here though, and a lot less smoky now. John's playing with some nice big bits of bark. Good times. So here's a little radar image of what we're in the middle of. That blue dot is us. That's all the way from now at about 3 PM until 1 AM. It's going to be an interesting one.
Storm Freya.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Not been in a proper named storm since
Desmond?
Desmond, yeah, Storm Desmond.
I've got cakes. We'll be alright.
I thought I would take a minute to come and have a look at the river level. See what it's like now before we get the main bulk of the rain. You can see how far it is back up to camp. Well, that was another great meal. I'm still stuffed from breakfast. Never mind sausage rolls and cake, and oh, it's just so good. Nice and hot in front of this fire. The chimney, well, that wall's working nicely to vent the smoke out. And as you can probably hear, it's still raining away quite heavily. Like how you can see the glow of the fire through the tarp.
Can't.
Eh?
What did you say?
I said I can see the glow of the fire through the tarp.
So loud.
Getting some fair lashes of rain now. Well, it's 9:15. Still raining. It's not quite as heavy as it was maybe an hour ago, but it's mighty wet everywhere. Aye, rain carries on. Aye, a lot warmer than last night though, now that the wind's nowhere near as brutal. Anyway, I'm gonna get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning.
Storm Freya.
Aye, that's some snow, that is. Mad. Hello everybody. It's 1 AM. 1 AM, same night as I went to sleep. Catastrophic failure. Massive leak through my tarp into my hammock. So I woke up about 45 minutes ago, absolutely drenched from the backs of my knees right up to the midsection of my back. So I'm packed up and I'm going home. Oh, I'm glad to be back here. I'm glad my bike's still where I left it, covered in snow. Yeah, I'm not too much of a big man to tell you I quit. Not full stop, don't freak out. I quit tonight. I packed it in. I was absolutely freezing when I woke up, soaking wet through. My hammock, my underquilt, my sleeping bag, my clothes, everything soaked. And the worst part was, I got out of my hammock and got back in again, fell through my hammock into the underquilt, broke all the suspension for that, so there was just no way I could have even kept going. Anyway, I'm going to leave this week's video here, and as it's 1:30 in the morning, I'm going to go home and go to bed. Thanks for watching, see you next time.